Good.
Get a map for this toolbox you got going on over here.
We barely have any tools, as you can see. But we are gonna, however, because as you can see, we're vertically challenged, right? So we're actually gonna build a platform. We're gonna build a patio for the toolbox, so this way we can be able to reach. Oh my God.
Somebody can get their man.
Yeah, someone come get their boomer. This customer here stated that he was coming to a stop, and then the car stopped running. After digging a little further, though, we found out that he had just done a couple of pulls, and his motor said knock knock. So we're gonna try to investigate to see if it could be rebuilt. Could I have found a taller engine stand here? I'm like 2 feet tall. I feel like I'm a little kid swinging from the fucking couch. Normally the 2.0s, when the rods break or when the rods break or the bearings go bad or whatever, normally the head survives. Sometimes, rare occasion, the cams, they scar up and they go bad, but it's pretty rare. It's normally if you do the short block, you'll go back in. However, they're in pretty good condition. It's pretty clean. No sludge buildup. So this dude actually does his oil changes, believe it or not.
Now, when you talk about sludge buildup, this is real sludge buildup. I mean, you got cakes.
You got to remove the timing cover because we got to take apart the oil pan and take the bearing caps off of it, just so we could see the condition of the crank. We use all electric on everything. Compressor went away with the carburetor. Oh shit, we're missing one? No, it's right here. This is the only one that's not necessary to remove. I don't know why they put it there. Now you don't want to over pull because you could scar the walls of the intake or the timing cover. However, we are professionals and we've done this one too many times. So with the timing system, a lot of times customers ask when do they got to do a timing job. With the chains that have the multiple links, you don't really have to. It's not really a stretching problem as much as these guides wear inside. And I'll take one apart just so you guys can see it. And we've seen them come completely apart, where these these go all the way in and they wear out. But we're gonna be dealing with the oil pan, so we're gonna remove the bottom. Now we don't have to set it on time because we're not gonna take the timing off at all. So we could just leave it as it is right now with the tension and everything. We're only doing the oil pump chain. So you could almost kind of see the wear on the oil. This is the guides for the oil pump. Well, this is the tensioner for the oil pump chain. And you kind of see the wear marks there, but this one's pretty good condition here. There's some that they really groove in and then the color gets darker on here. So as the oil seeps into it, changing the color with heat and time. And they end up cracking sometimes. They'll crack and break. And then you'll start hearing a noise coming from the timing system. Should I have gone the other way where you could have helped me?
Oh, come on.
He said he drained it. It's not that much. No. All right, so let's continue.
This crank is done? Any bets?
Yeah, he locked it. When it's locked, it's really difficult for it to survive it. There's going to be some kind of scarring of some kind. But I mean, is it rebuildable? That's the problem, or that's what he wants to know. Oh, what's he did pop it up? Huh? Huh? This one gets a little iffy. Yeah, it was sealed pretty good. All right, comes off. What's with the dog leashes though?
They're his.
I don't know why you got first savers on.
They're his. Oh, like you guys are wearing each other's thing? That's cute. I really like it when couples dress alike.
We're wearing each other's underwear too.
So normally it's 1 and 4. But you know what? Although it's locked, I don't see a brake. All right. So this is there's the bearings for cylinder number 1. And you can always tell if it's worn if you still see that B, or excuse me, it's still good if you can still see that B. It's got a couple of stains on there, but the bearing itself doesn't look, that cylinder one's not the issue.
Oh my God.
Good work is hard to find. That's Jesus, by the way, our new guy. Young, full of energy and vigor.
Not washed up.
Not washed up like me. All right, we're gonna look at cylinder 4. Well, being that cylinder 1 was good, something's telling me there's probably this guy, cylinder 4. Those two are the usual suspects, but it could be anyone. We've seen them all. There we go. And we found it.
Damn. Bingo.
Bingo, eureka. You see the difference? It's gone. It actually spun in there. It's still stuck. Let's see if we can unlock it. Jesus, let's rotate the crank clockwise. See if that breaks loose the. That's one of them. We're gonna open the rest of them as well, but I'm gonna show you what they mean by a spun bearing. I'll show you a side angle of it. So when they refer to a bearing, it's this part right here. This little lip. This is the actual bearing. This one is gone. So it's stuck on here, and when they wear, sometimes they rotate. And once they rotate, that means they're worn beyond usual wear. And you'll be able to see how it's not gonna be like a C. It's gonna be, you know, in there. Go slow. And see, now it spins. Before it didn't spin because it was locked. You see how the end of the bearing is right here? That means the whole thing shifted, and it was no longer a half moon where it ends here and it ends here. It rotated, and it was 180 degrees out, or almost 180 degrees out. The bearing is stuck on here. So we're gonna remove it to see if the crank is savable or usable. Oh, that shit spun.
Yeah, it's coming off.
On this side it is, but this side is stuck.
You have another flathead? That thing's from there.
Yeah, I cooked it in there. Rotate. This was. Continue. Oh, it's hot. I could already tell you this is probably gone. It's seized on there bad.
Ooh, goddamn.
So there it goes. That's what the bottom of the bearing actually looks like. So you see the coatings, it's all cooked. You can see the bubbles even of overheat. So this one, it's supposed to sit like that, but it was actually sitting off because the bearing spun. And that's what they mean by spun a bearing. So instead of it sitting like this, it was actually sitting like this. But look at this one here. This one was completely annihilated. Now we've seen them worse even than this, where they split completely to the sides. But if you look over here, you can see the crank it's scarred and overheated completely. If this was like an LS7 or LS1 or something like that, a machine shop could remill this, and all you would have to do is put a fatter bearing on there and it would work. However, I haven't found that option for the 2-liter or the 3.8 for that matter. Although I think Travis in Vegas did have one for the 3.8. For the 3.8 I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, but this one's pretty.
Yeah, now
Welded on there.
I'm going to show you a little close-up on the actual rod. If you come over here, you can see that's the rod. As long as he gets a new crank, piston rods, it's,
The block itself.
yeah, 100%. And he could sleeve it, do whatever he wants.
You want to call this guy?
Yeah.
Buddy.
What's up, buddy? It's Hugo, Kia Hyundai.
Hey, how you doing, man?
What's up, man? So we were able to tear down your engine, and it looks like you lost cylinder 2 for sure. It's gone. It was locked. You spun the bearing, and the block looks like it could be rebuildable, but you're gonna need a crank and pistons, rods, and everything.
That's probably
Yeah.
not the same as like a short block would.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right.
So you probably think it's better off just to go with the short block?
Well, it just depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you want to go fast, and I would just sleeve this one, get upgraded pistons, rods, and a new crank, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. Throw everything at it.
Hey, do you know like how much that would come out to?
About too much.
That sounds right.
Yeah. No, I'll put you through. Nick, he'll help you out with parts, and then we could get you a price on the rebuild.
Nah, I'm about to go get Banana Boy.
Wait, Banana Boy's still around?
Are you missing a few things?
Dang, dude.
How are you gonna start it?
There you go.
This has to make contact? Yeah! You got me, you son of a...